Hello everyone, edition of NASCARFemale.com's webcast, Burnout, featuring myself, Kimberly Bowman, the official reporter for the number 24, Chase Elliott, and the OR for the number 21 of Ryan Blaney. It's not its own. Sorry about that. Alright, so a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we are on and ready to discuss a lot of, let's see, how do I say this? Political on the webcast, but you have to admit NASCAR got a lot of talk. A lot, which is bittersweet. It's humorous.
I try to state my opinion. Stay out of as much as possible.
Can you refresh your page? You're a little fuzzy on me. I don't know if it's you or me.
I think it's you because you're really fuzzy on mine. And for once, it doesn't say that I have a slow connection. So I'm thinking,
Yeah, it's probably crap. I won't deny it. Oh, the news for this week. Congrats to the number 18 for advancing to the next round.
Joy. I'm thrilled. Can't you tell?
I honestly thought Logano would do better, but...
Okay, I have a lot to say about Logano. Ugh.
Alright, I want to drink some water while you talk.
I'm so frustrated with the Logano situation. NASCAR screwed him. Literally, they didn't just hinder his ability to win the race, they literally screwed him out of winning the race. Simply because they screwed him before qualifying and before final practice. I get it, there was a penalty had to be assessed. I understand that. I get it. Trust me, I do. So why did Logano have to sit in his car on pit road in a virtual penalty box? Seriously? For the entire practice? For the entire qualifying? Seriously?
Hear a lot about that, seriously. But what I did hear...
That's the first time they done that any time. Lynn Castle happened to him. And I recall it happening to him, but it wasn't the whole entire thing. Maybe once. It wasn't for the whole thing. He had to sit out there. They eventually let him go to the concerned about the team tinkering with the car. And you, as the NASCAR official, walk back to the garage with the car, the team, and the driver. You shut the door and take these to the garage and let them in the entire time if you're that concerned about a team tinkering with the car. And if you're really that tinkering with the car, why aren't you looking at other teams that have been suspected of cheating this year? Why are we just going after the 22?
Right.
And I am not just saying that because I have a love for... I'm getting the love for Penske because I'm friends with Penske. I love Penske. After Penske needs a call, a really, really bad call by NASCAR.
Yeah, their consistency needs lots of work. So
they made a statement this week too, which even more annoying. It even annoyed me even more. So he failed pre-qualifying inspection 4 times. Well, the last time was because he didn't get there in time. That's not necessarily his fault 100%. There's a lot of factors into it. And again, why are we punishing the driver driver of that car, he doesn't make the final crew and they get punished. Why was it just Logano? And what makes the executive said fair for us to take a look at the Logano to sit on pit road for an entire 50-minute practice session.
Wonder
Donald
if
said
those who
the punishment was underhanded. I
definitely wonder if they really understand the sport, or if that's even possible for them to understand the actual sport.
This was the reason. This was O'Donnell's reason. Again, I understand, but like the whole 15-minute practice, really. O'Donnell and the drivers are part of that, is to have some teeth in the penalty. If the driver's not part of that, we feel like teams may purposefully just continue to fail the team penalty and needed everybody to be part of that. We've done that many times this year in story because it hasn't been the entire practice. Different things, maybe not for this year because we want that in place. In 2018, you could look at the possibility of a driver going out to start practice and then being pulled off the track or black flag if it's a 20-minute penalty or whatever that may be and go that route. One of those things that until it happens in a totality of practice, it becomes more of a story and something to look at it. I think it's fair for us to take a look at that going forward. You think it's fair? You think it is. 50 minutes in a car? Like, I'm shocked they didn't tackle poor pregnant Brittany Logano and take the water away from her that she brought out to her.
Yeah.
God.
We don't want to get too political here, but I have to mention, at least, I think, we've talked about the webcast a lot before about the fact that the sport is losing fans and the stands are empty and, dot. We talked a lot about that. And, I just noticed with everything going on this week in the sports world news that a little bit. Because, you got a lot of NFL fans who their love for the sport, not all, depending on which side of the fence you're on. You got Richard Petty making his statements, and it's our people, depending on which side of the fence you're on, they may make the switch. I don't know. No matter what side of the fence you're on, I definitely think the publicity is important. Look, people that I follow on Facebook who would never NASCAR was mentioning what NASCAR stances or NASCAR drivers took. So it definitely, no matter what the subject is, which side of the fence you're on, NASCAR got a lot of publicity this week. And
I think it's a though that the one driving in political statements, political beliefs, a statement from that, it's always donor. I'm one of the biggest junior fans you will ever meet. But you can't believe now. There are how many drivers in this sport? There are how many people that are involved in this sport. And I think that's a big problem. Not necessarily the whatever. In this job, we needed more. Maybe NASCAR and said, "Hey, listen, it's fine." Drivers when they came out with their their opinions. Keselowski himself. Let me find the exact quote.
I love what he said. He nailed it on the head.
That's his exact quote. He literally hit the nail on the head. He said, tweeted, "One thing I find interesting, even before he announced Dale Jr. has been the rare NASCAR to racial issues. And Brad Keselowski said, you mean the only one whose quotes get used by mainstream media?"
Yep. 100%. So, yeah, I just think me definitely didn't. Nice to see a lot of people NASCAR. I think it definitely put NASCAR in front of eyes that normally wouldn't. And
I think
maybe.
that's the problem, though, because I'm going to say which side I'm on simply because there's a way to their media and don't realize if I can come back and bite them. And you know what? I don't believe in. I was raised where you don't talk about religion and you don't talk about politics with your friends and family. You just don't. You don't do it in a something you don't do. And so every time there's a controversial now of it. It doesn't even involve us as a sport. They're in the front. I think that's the problem because NASCAR sport, no matter what the situation is.
You know, I'm the kind of person who definitely has
I'm not saying one side's right and one side's wrong. I have a lot of thoughts on it. I have a lot of like strong thoughts on it, but I'm not going to say either one. I'm not saying either side is right or wrong. That NASCAR speaking really involved that.
Right. I'd like to know why. I mean, I didn't remember seeing very much come out of the woodworks about other sports. I guess just because you had certain team owners who made the strongest of stances, that's probably what drew the bully, because you have other sports entities, because NASCAR's known for, you know.
Well, the NBA did get pulled into it too because it's happening in NBA now too, and the NBA, you know, issued statements on it and everything. I mean, I'm sure you've seen LeBron James' video, but I've read a lot about the whole situation, and from a PR perspective, NASCAR always puts them in situations that they were never really involved in the first place. And NASCAR would have gotten ahead of the media and, you know, sat talk with everybody because they knew it was happening that weekend. The press wouldn't have been so hard on that. I think the problem is that, you know, I read something that Nicole actually had posted the other day. It's something, she's in PR, if you know that, and she said from a PR perspective, it's just like a good situation because of the stereotypes and that's great. And so she said something like we're feeding into that stereotype. I can see her argument. I mean, if anybody knows more than apparently got it, I can come on that for sure. So I think that's why NASCAR is getting a lot of for it right now, is because themselves in something they really need to be involved in. Like hockey's kind of the whole thing. And,
I mean, NASCAR may have been gotten involved because, I mean, hello.
So I just...
They're adopting half of football's terms. Junior Football League.
I'm just saying,
playoffs and kickoffs.
I haven't watched the NFL, so So for anybody to say that I am on the boycott of not watching the NFL, I haven't watched them in forever because I just
what
don't watch
bothers
the NFL.
me?
I think they're obnoxious, to be honest, and I think they're all in it for me.
I watched my
College
football. First full football game 2 weeks ago. The bandwagon, and then all this happened. I'm like, okay, why'd you have to ruin the vibe here? It just the whole thing just sort of got to me, and I'm like,
wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, very.
Because college football is just so much better. Like, they're in it to make a name for them. They're not in it for. If anything, I love high school over everything, though, because they're really in. From a PR perspective, I just think it'll be interesting to see how others are speaking out about it. Like, Brad said some things. I know Jimmy Johnson conducted an interview about it this week, so it'll be interesting to see how things play out this weekend. It'll be interesting because it'll be interesting to see what happens based on what happened last weekend, I guess.
Right. Well, in other news, no one probably paid attention to any other news this week.
I did. I have quite a bit of news.
We had a few penalties.
There was a few penalties. Boyer for lug nut. Probably a Monster Cup penalty. Ken had a penalty in your Trinity's for body inspection. Truck series, Gilliland was fined for rear brake assembly. His race finish was incomplete. So that's interesting. Can we just talk about real quick something that was really big for all of NASCAR last year was every fan was talking. I saw a post about who that is, and we are almost in that predicament again this year. I don't know if you saw the news this week, but Monster only signed a 1-year deal with NASCAR for the Cup Series, and so they signed a 1-year deal. 1-year deal. Because NASCAR was desperate for a sponsor. And then not only that, but Camping World has said they might not come back to the Truck Series. So we could be potentially looking for a Truck Series sponsor, and we might be looking for a Cup Series sponsor because Monster was supposed to have a decision by December 31st, 2018. Or 2017, that was the deal. They just requested more time on the deliberation on if they're going to stay with NASCAR or not. They requested it this week. It says that would run into 18, and they're on top of an entitlement for 1920. They are there's a few questioning to our off and everything. NHRA is also questioning it, like they're looking for sponsors. But I just think they're still trying to make the decision. But obviously NASCAR was for a sponsor to only let them sign a 1-year contract. You made Sprint sign for 10 years. 10 years. And you let Monster sign for 1 year? It only signed for 1 year. So bizarre to me because they put so much money into this. Like, I don't know the race yet.
I mean, so much impact in the sport.
They give away free monsters. When you go up, they'll let you take as many as you want. Like, you can ask for like 5, 6. They don't care.
More than that.
Multiple times in Michigan.
Oh my gosh.
Although they are giving away monsters that still had Kyle Busch's championship picture on it. So like, was that really? I question it. It's good, so it's fine. But you know, they have the huge Monster Cup stage, and then they also bring in. They also bring in, so they bring in like the dirt bikers to do tricks and stuff. So it's like, why would do you hear? Are you really not gonna ride? And like, I get the argument Nationwide was dealing with. If you remember, was conflicted because they were here, but they wanted to sponsor the Xfinity series. Nationwide ultimately made the junior because they thought they would get more press for it. He's retired. Good job on that one. But like Monster, you're choosing between the Cup Series, which you're getting a lot of press from, or you're gonna stick with Kurt Busch. Like, those are your two options. I would pick the Cup Series. Like, I know it's more money, but like, I would pick the Cup Series over staying with Kurt Busch. But that's just my opinion. Maybe I don't understand the whole thing, but like, I just think it's weird.
Monster girls.
Oh.
A little bit more bearable if they wouldn't stare right at the camera. Complex.
I just think it's weird that, like, I think it's weird that, like, they don't wear fire suits. Maybe I'm just spoiled by Sprint. I think that's what it was. Everyone look like they belong. The Monster Girls just look really out of place. It's really awkward.
I'm not judging.
And like, why is there a need for 20 of them each week?
And they're just like, they always shove their way into victory lane. And it's like they quit staring. You can tell. I mean, someone needs to teach them basic camera techniques, which is standing here, kind of out of the camera view, while the driver's being interviewed over here, and they'll realize it. And you'll see it with their eyes. They'll go.
Like, it's not about you. It's about the driver. Like, it's about the guy who just won the race, or the girl. Sorry, Danica, if it ever happens. But like, you know, they're more worried about the guy, the person who just won the race. Like, they're not worried about you. They don't care.
I'm not judging anyone's choice here, but you know, a fire suit covered way more.
It was just more relatable.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited though for this weekend because Ross Chastain will be making his second Cup Series start. So that's exciting for him.
Mm-hmm. Didn't have much other news coming out this week unless I totally have been living under a rock. Huge news, surprisingly enough, no silly season news, I don't think.
I got, there is no silly season news.
Oh, there was?
No, there is not. I have the Cup Series playoff standings if you want to hear those. The stressful bunch that it is. Oh, Ryan moved up a place. That's exciting.
There's two people tied. Who is it?
He's beating Chase. Multiple people tied, actually. So Truex Jr. in first, 21-49. And in second with 21-25. Already clinched because like he clinched because of points. Truex clinched because of a win. Kyle Busch clinched because of a win, but he has 21-19 points. BK has 21-06 points in fourth, and he clinched because of the 12. Like, he clinched because of points. Denny Hamlin's in fifth with 0.88. Kenseth is 1 point behind him in sixth. Jimmy Johnson is in 7th with 2076. Blaney and Elliott, 9th, tied 70, but Blaney is ahead of him because of that. He's because of that win. Kevin Harvick is in 10th with 9. Jamie McMurray, random person, is in 11th with 20. And Stenhouse Jr., even though he has multiple wins this season, is in 12th with 2044, and he's tied with Austin Dillon, who's also won races this season, at 2044 in 13th place. And as of right now, because Stenhouse has more wins than Dillon, Dillon, if they cut it off after Dover.
So the ones who are in the bottom
four in 2040. The bottom four as of right now are 18th is tied 12th place with 2043 in 15th, 2027 and 15th, and Kitty Kane in 2023 in last place. Interesting that the cutoff point is between two who have won races this season because they've finished so poorly in other aspects. It's just very interesting.
Basically, the 4 drivers who are last on that list, do you think those, we can basically say those are our cutoff drivers for the next round, or will it change?
I think Casey's gone no matter what. Sorry, buddy. Really sorry. I find it bizarre. Jamie Murray, no offense, on all drivers is an 11. Like, that to me is weird. It's Jamie McMurray, and I'm not trying to be like a jerk about it. Like, Jamie McMurray, who has underperformed, has weird. It's a weird situation.
Keep the car rolling again.
I got nothing.
All right, do you got track facts for us?
We do have track facts. We are back at Dover this weekend, y'all. How exciting. It's so exciting. Give me a second.
It better be more exciting than the race was this past week. Oh, we got to talk about that wreck.
Go ahead. Rose, go ahead.
I'm trying to remember who started it, but it's basically hashtag the weirdest
wreck ever.
It was like slow motion or something. I don't know. Was it? Who all was involved?
I don't know at this point. I'm at the point where who wasn't involved. That's where I am at.
And okay, no matter what you think of Kyle Busch, that save of making it through that was pretty cool. I mean, that was. I don't care what number or name was on the car.
Yeah.
That was good. That was kind of awesome. He won.
I care. So that's his. I'm tired of hiding it, guys. Like, I just can't.
All right, I have to admit,
I can't.
I've been on
the. I really just don't like him. I'm sorry.
I had to telephone mom just a little bit. The anti-Kyle Busch train for I don't know, how long has it been? Anyway, but my mom has been kind of on the fence, not wanting to judge, so to speak. But this week, I heard it with my own ear. She's like, I don't like him. Or not in that so many words, but it has annoyed her. His attitude has reached.
I'm sorry. I try to put on like a. put like on his face about it, and like I try to be really, but I just don't like. I don't. I think his baby is cute.
I think
I
if
really
you
hope
quit
he
having such
doesn't
an
grow up to be like
attitude,
his father, but you know.
and kudos.
Hearing gaining respect just is not gonna happen anymore.
Right.
Bless the man of the book. God bless that. All right, track facts. Johnson won in June. Our October race winner last year was Truex Jr. Shocking. Our youngest winner was none other than Rowdy at 23 years old. The winner in June was Rowdy. I'm not annoyed. Our October 2016 pool winner, there wasn't any because it was canceled due to rain. The 1 mile concrete oval. In the turns it's 24 degrees, and in the straightaways it's 9 degrees. Stage 1, 20. Stage 2 will be ending on lap 240, and final stage ends on lap 400. We have most wins. Jimmy Johnson with 11. Matt Kenseth with 17. Most is Mark Martin with 33, but active drivers, it's Matt Kenseth with 24, and Jimmy Johnson with 22. Our leading manufacturer is Chevy with 38 wins, followed by Ford with 25. Dodge, Pontiac, and Mercury follow, and then Toyota has 4 wins there. That's all I got, really. Oh, also, wait, no, never mind.
I think I'm right.
I lied. Never mind.
Hey,
What's that?
Eric Jones cut his hair. That was in the news. On the mullet. Rest in peace.
Only we could get Blake.
Do what?
It looks if only we could get Blaney to follow in those footsteps.
Chase wasn't doing too bad, but he cut his, I think. This is what we've been reduced to. I guess there's worse things we could be talking about. But I seriously think we did not have any just major news this week.
No, it's been a nice change of pace though, because I felt like I couldn't keep up with all the news.
We had a brand new first-time winner in the Xfinity Series. It was kind of news this past weekend. Yeah. So good for him. I do not know much about him in that team, I will admit, but big thing for them. So, who's your pick?
I have time. I don't know. Leading a manufacturer. No, I'm picking Brad Keselowski. I changed.
I was gonna pick. Gone first. I knew I should have gone first. I guess I'll have to go with my plan B pick.
Who's your plan B pick?
I was gonna pick Johnson because he's pretty good at Dover.
He is actually really good at Dover, and it's annoying.
Oh.
That's actually who my pick is gonna be, but I feel like BK needs some good.
I was thinking the same thing. That's just not right.
I'm getting back on the BK train.
He's earning my respect. I'll tell you that. So
Struggled with
that's a big step. That's a big step in my support if I follow you on Twitter.
2014. Yeah, I really struggled with Brad in 2014. Like Nicole and I talked about it a lot.
He's
No,
matured.
it was 2015. And one of those 2 years, really struggled with him. He was just being like a jerk on the track. And then, no, it was 2014 because then I went to Kentucky with Sam and Nicole. And Brad was really cool about signing autographs for us as like we were walking with him. And he gained my respect again. So I was like, be a jerk on the track if you're gonna at least be or your fans, because like I've seen Cowboys on the track, so it is what it is. But at least Brad was like, he was rushing off to somewhere, his PR off somewhere, which I get it, they're busy. Brad was like, if you want up, and he did. He was really nice about it.
Yeah, they are rushing everywhere all the time. The media won't leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about it for this week. Thank you all for joining us. To what? What'd you say? You blanked out on me.
To be honest. But I would run from the media too, honestly.
Hard, because, you know, I'm sort of a freelance journalist, so it really annoys me the way the media gives us true. So that's just how I feel. Anyway, thank you all for joining us on the webcast.
Yeah.
Don't forget to head over to NASCARfemale.com and check out the wonderful articles our ladies write every week about their favorite driver, and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all those awesome social media avenues so we can keep y'all updated. With me this past Sunday, I had to fill in for Caitlin, so for any Twitter mistakes, because I did this past Sunday filled in. So you're welcome. I like playing undercover work. Thank you all for joining us. Next week for the Burnout, right here at the same time, same place. Time for the Burnout. Thank you all for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your night.
Night, y'all.